What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Let's get ready to get started here on the day. I went to sleep extra early last night, a little bit after 9 o'clock. I was like, boom, done. Going to sleep because tomorrow is Super Bowl for us traders. I'm probably not even going to be super active this morning in the trade scene. And waiting for that 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. when we start getting all the information coming out of the Fed today. That's going to be the important day. The important time of the day. We're going to start to, at that point, see some sort of move, either obviously up or down. Everyone knows we're going to do one of those two. Highly doubt we'll stay sideways. Jerome has to come out and either come out and rip off the band-aid and make this market go lower, or he's going to have to come out, calm everything down, and be like, hey, yo, why y'all freaking out? You know, we're gonna be in chill mode here, relax. And then we rip. And we rip right back up to that 200-day and over it on the SPY. So that's what I'm thinking here today. But we'll jump into the charts and some of these details, look at some of the news, and smash the like button for me because, you know, the YouTube algorithm, we got to feed it so it stays happy. Let's go ahead and bring up the charts here on the screen. The Beast, what's up, my man? What's going on? Just here. Rested and ready. Oh man, I slept so much last night. Want to sleep a little bit after 9, man. Let me start putting out a couple of tweets, guys. Give me a few minutes here. Start gathering your questions and your tickers you want me to go over. Put out a few tweets here, let everybody know that we are live. All right, we got those sent out. Grandpa nap. Cindy, good morning. All right. Let's see if we start bringing up some of this stuff here. Boeing takes on a $3.5 million charge on 787 Dreamliner, but generates positive cash flow. That's a little headline that just hit. Mattel shares jump after toymaker wins back its license to make Disney princess toys. I'd say the shares would jump at that point. I didn't know they had lost it. Mortgage refinance demands plunge 13% as interest rates climb towards two-year high, of course. Intel has a $1.2 billion antitrust fine overturned by the EU court. Microsoft beats on earnings and revenue, delivers upbeat forecast for fiscal third quarter. A few little headlines there. Morning, Kevin. Morning. Yep, BBIG, we'll go over that one. You got it. Let me start getting the email ready here so we can work on that watch list together. All right, guys. So today we're going to start off the morning really quickly with a little lesson. Yesterday we saw, well, not yesterday, Friday. Remember what we had on the SPY intraday? We had a reverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? And we went over how to trade this on, wait, no, this was Monday. Monday we had this reverse head and shoulders. We went over it yesterday morning, Tuesday, about it and how to trade it and such. And then if we fast forward to yesterday, what do we have? On this upward move on the SPY yesterday in the afternoon, what did we get? We actually got ourselves a head and shoulders pattern. Here is your left shoulder. Here is your head. And here is your right shoulder. And here was your neckline. What happened the moment we broke underneath that neckline? Right here. Boom. We had a nice little drop. And you would think, oh, that's not a big deal. But there was plenty of range there to make some money on. The SPY at that moment went from 437.20s all the way down here to 433.40s. That's plenty of range to grab some puts and had made some money there going into the close. So there you go. A head and shoulders pattern right there. You could have bought puts on the breakdown of that neckline, and you could have rode them all the way back down here. Stop would have been just above the neckline. So always be on the lookout for these patterns, guys. They repeat themselves. All right, let's go ahead and start jumping into some of these that you guys are talking about here. So you want to see BBIG. BBIG is on the scans this morning. Has a little bit of a gap up. But if you look at this right here, if you look at this chart, if you look at this, you're like, oh my God, yeah, awesome. But if you scroll out some and you look at this chart now, what do you guys see there? What do you guys see there right now? What pattern are you seeing? I'll let you guys answer. Come on, somebody knows. What pattern do you see there? I'll give you a few more seconds. If nobody answers, then I'll give you the answer. So head and shoulders, guys. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and right here. And then what did we get? We got the drop, we got a bounce, retest of the level, and now rejecting it. Never be scared. Never be scared. This is how we learn, guys. Head and shoulders pattern, exactly just like we saw on the SPY earlier. So there's your head and shoulders pattern on BBIG. And, now on the daily chart, you have that 200-day moving average, which we have a line drawn here across this chart showing potential resistance there as well. So you could maybe see some resistance there. Let's take a quick look and see if there's been any news on this today. Silver Shrimp, that's what's up, man. The only reason I'm even up, honestly, to be honest, is because of YouTube and my chat room. Otherwise, I would have stayed in bed and gotten up later just to trade at 2. All right, let's see here. Well, I wouldn't have stayed in bed until 2. There's no way I could do that. I wish. but I definitely would have stayed in bed. No news. The latest news on BBIG was 7 days ago. And it's not even specific news on them. It's just more like overview. 13 days ago was the latest news on it. So BBIG, as long as it's under this $4 zone, I wouldn't like it that much. It needs to get up and over that level to see if it can get itself back up here towards the mid fives. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. The SPY's been on fire. I wish that it would have this level of volatility all the time, and it would just be it'd be a blast to trade this. Puts and calls, Penny Trader. Puts and calls. We've nailed it in the chat room with puts and calls. As a matter of fact, look, I'll do you one better. I'm going to get you the link to the recap that I put out on Sunday where I go over those trades. And this was Thursday or Friday? Friday recap. $3,000 day on SPY puts and calls. Spiro, welcome, good morning. We've just been having banner days. Yep, there's the link. There's the link to the video. We've just been having banner days. You got it, my pleasure. Let's see. Silver Shrimp says, when SPY on Monday was at 422, down 3.3% and finished the day green, that was the most unreal I've ever seen in the market. I know. That was this reverse head and shoulders on Monday. That was insane. That was totally insane. You know what? Let me refresh these charts. Okay, there we go. Key level here on the SPY has been right in front of that 200-day moving average. This is going to be a key level today on the SPY. Spiro says, keep learning from here every day. No one trading day looks the same. Awesome, man. Keep it up. It's a marathon. Morning, Paul. Glad to have you back on here. Silver Shrimp, I was buying SPY 230 calls when it was at 422. Oh, 430 calls. Okay, gotcha. I was like, what? Spiro says, your hack on the cash accounts for those trading under PDT is golden. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Paul, morning. Glad to see you back on here. Spiro, I'm glad that cash account video helped out. You guys want me to post a link to that cash account video here for you? Does anyone interested in that? You might need it. I have a few of those up. Here's one. Oh, okay, sure, you got it. So cash account hack. There you go. WEI, be happy to check on that one for you. WEI, let's see what that one looks like. Oh, yeah, this is, I think we covered this one earlier this week. I don't really trade stocks under $1, and I definitely don't hold and invest in them. Yeah, this thing's just still downside. There's nothing here right now. You see, it's at a new all-time lows. There's a new all-time lows. You really want to see it get up over 50 cents for a shot at a bounce. Previous support there, and it's been clear resistance here lately. All right. All right, let's take a quick look here at some news. See what's going on out there. No problem, Paul. Okay, so Dow futures rise more than 300 points. Whoops. No pop-up here. Okay, so here we go. Stock futures rose Wednesday following another wild session for the market as investors await the results from a Federal Reserve meeting expected to set the tone for 2022. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures climbed about 330 points or 1%. The S&P 500 futures added 1.3%. NASDAQ 100 futures gained 2%. Microsoft shares rose 4.3% in early morning trading after the company issued better than expected quarterly revenue guidance. Boeing was marginally higher after the aircraft maker reported positive cash flow for the first time since 2019, but took a $3.5 billion pre-tax charge on its 787 Dreamliner program. Tesla shares popped 3.6% with electric vehicle makers slated to report earnings after the bell. Moderna rallied 2.8% in pre-market, rebounding after falling for 8 straight days. The Fed is set to conclude its two-day policy meeting Wednesday and make an announcement in the afternoon. The central bank is not expected to make any policy changes, but investors will look for clues on when and by how much the Fed will raise interest rates later this year. Market participants will also look for hints on further steps the Fed will take to unwind pandemic-era aid. Recent market volatility is unlikely to deter the Fed from implementing as much as 4 or more interest rate hikes this year. While significant stock market volatility leading up to an FOMC meeting would normally weigh on the Fed's policy, commentary, that is not the case this time around, given the extreme levels of inflation seen in recent months, said by Daniel DeMartino Booth, head of Quill Intelligence and former advisor to then Dallas Fed Chair Richard Fisher. Optically, it is better for the Federal Reserve to ignore the stock market volatility, which is mainly affecting wealthy investors, and instead focus more on taming inflation, which is primarily affecting Main Street. Booth added. U.S. stock futures coming off a second consecutive roller coaster session. The Dow ended regular trading day Tuesday down 66 points or 0.2%. However, the 30 stock average was down as much as 818.98 points on the session and briefly traded up as much as 226.54 points. Those moves came a day after the Dow recovered from a 1,115 point deficit to post a slight gain. It's crazy, guys, how volatile everything is. One thing to note there is, what Booth said, talking about that the Fed should not care what the stock market is doing. They should come out and be transparent and say, okay, inflation's completely out of control and we have to be aggressive here. We're talking about more rate hikes. We're talking about running our balance sheet off quicker and ending the tapering now. If the Fed does that, the market's going to pull back extremely hard. There's no doubt about it at this point, in my opinion. But if the Fed comes out a little bit more dovish, they're like, guys, relax. Who told you we were going to raise rates more than 3 times? I know I didn't. If Jerome says something like that, right? And he comes out and says, as far as the tapering, yeah, we're going to end that here pretty soon in February. And the first interest rate hike, maybe we'll do it in March, maybe we'll do it before the summer. And the balance sheet runoff, we're not doing until the latter half of the year. If that, we're going to play that by ear, see what data shows. If he says something like that, markets rip. Markets rip, I'm going to grab calls. If he says the opposite, like I said at the start, then market dumps back down here to the lows to test this support zone and puts on deck is what it's going to be. That's my take today at 2:30. Make sure to swing on by, guys, so you can chat with us in the Discord. There's the link. So that's what I'm thinking as far as the Fed goes. And I know later on in the stream, I'm going to have to go over it again, as some people usually come into the stream at the latter half towards the end. And I'll have to go over it again. So don't worry. I'll go over it again later on, like probably around 8:45, 9 o'clock. And we'll keep eyes on the news feed, see if anything pops up. Silver Shrimp, you don't invest in anything under $1 either? Yep. COUV, what does that look like? Ouch. Well, I mean, at least it's consolidating. At least it's consolidating. Muddy, what's up, man? Good morning. SWBI. I mean, there's not much going on here. You got clear support here in the 15s. Thank you. You got clear support here in the 15s. You can see it here clear as day. But this is very quiet. It's just a channel play right now. Okay, I don't know why that box drew in orange like that. It's just a little channel play right now. If it cracks underneath that, it could fall down to the 1450s. If the 1450s do not hold support, then you really have a lot of room to fall. Probably 1250s, $10. Oh, the Cuban coffee is delicious. RGS. I feel like we've been over this one this week. This thing's falling off a cliff. You've gotten what seems to be maybe a little bounce here off of these 130s. You might see some resistance here at 158, 160 zone. Previous support area that has turned resistance. So that's pretty much it. If it can break over that and hold, then you do have room here towards the 190s. SWBI. Oh, Smith & Wesson. Love it. Man, that stock went all the way to 40 bucks. I didn't even realize. Dude, I never even realized you could have bought Smith & Wesson at 4 bucks and change. Oh, wait, but we had a split. Still, it made a nice percentage move. Yeah, right now it's just like I said, just that little channel play right now. BA had crappy earnings. No, I mean, they didn't really have crappy earnings. I actually just went over that news here a minute ago. Let me see if I can find it again real quick for you. Here it is. So Boeing was marginally higher after the aircraft maker reported positive cash flow for the first time since 2019. That's thumbs up. But took a 3.5 billion pre-tax charge on its 787 Dreamliner. But yeah, I mean, they didn't really have crappy earnings. But they do have an onslaught of their own issues going on. That's why I sold some of my BA in my long term last year in the 220s from a 110 cost basis. Silver Shrimp says, by the way, I liked your Meet Kevin video. Very nice. I don't blame the guy at all. He's doing what's best for him, and I hope it works out. I have a similar strategy. Let IPOF pop by April, then buy back into these beaten down small caps. I like. Yeah. It's like I said in the video, and like most other sane people would say, it's the dude's money. He can do whatever he wants with it. The only thing is that when you put your face out here, in my case, for, I don't know, I have some videos that have a few 100,000 views for maybe 100,000, hundreds of thousands of people to see and hear me at times. And him, millions upon millions of people see him at times. You open yourself up to criticism. And you got to be all right with that. You just have to be all right with that. It is what it is. I'm glad you liked the video. I made it from a very neutral standpoint. I just, I talked about what Tom Nash said. I respect Tom Nash tremendously as an investor. He does due diligence like no one I've seen on YouTube. I talked about what Graham Stephan said. I respect Graham Stephan. Amazing channel. He grew it with a lot of fundamental investment information. Then it turned into an investment entertainment type channel, which I enjoy and like. And then, I talked about Meet Kevin. I'm not subscribed to Meet Kevin. I lost interest in his channel back in 2020 when it was nothing but PPP and EIDL information every single day. But the man did amazing with that. He would put out like 2 to 4 videos a day, and my guy, I think at one point in 1 month he made like over $1 million or something like that in ad revenue. If you told me I was gonna make that much money just putting out EIDL information and PPP back then, I would have done it too. But yeah, I mean, guys, if you haven't seen that video here, I'll post a link here in chat. Go watch it later. Let me get it for you. This is yesterday's video. It's a reaction video. I think you'll enjoy it. It's talking about Meet Kevin's $20 million portfolio. And the fact that he sold out of it and is looking to buy back into the market with it, but all small caps. I don't know, man. It's way too risky. Way too risky in my opinion, because his net worth, including real estate, is 40 million. You're putting half of your net worth all in one basket. It's like I said in the video. It's a man's money. He's gonna do whatever he wants. But when you put it out there for the world to see, you open it up so that people can talk about it. And in my opinion, it'd be too risky. I could never do that. I could never do that with half my net worth. I would do it with a quarter. Okay, I'd do it with a quarter. And I would have sold out of that as well. Earlier. I wouldn't have waited till now. I would have sold out of that earlier. Then I would have split it up amongst more real estate, buying the dip on good tech companies and other companies, and then using, a quarter of that for some more speculative stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's Silver Shrimp. I mean, no one out there was stopping him, but it's like I said, when you are on YouTube, you open yourself up for this topic, especially when you're a channel that has over 1 million subscribers. It's just the nature of the beast. Like, I can't be upset somebody criticizing my trading style. I put it out here for the world to see. Oh, I know, man. You're nuts. I've already told you that. I've already told you that. I'm just reading through the comments, guys. Yeah, the beast, exactly. Silver shrimp. Joe, what's up, my man? It was a fun video to make. It was a fun video to make. You know, and you can approach those videos like I did there, and how I've approached most of my past reaction videos from a very neutral standpoint. You drop in your opinion, because like I said, when you open up the world, like when you show the world your stuff, you can't be upset when they give you your opinion. You can't. If you don't want no one's opinion, then you gotta keep it to yourself. That's the rule of the world, in my opinion. It really is. If you don't want somebody's opinion on a topic, do not share it with them. Do not. The moment you open your mouth and share a topic with someone, I think you're opening up the door for someone to share their opinion. And that's all it is, their opinion. We're also in a world right now where people think just because you have a difference of opinions, it's, oh, you're wrong, you're an idiot. And it's not like that. It never used to be that way either. People used to be able to share their opinions and converse. And I'll tell you what, some of my best ideas have come from sharing my opinions with others and then just dialogue. And then, oh my God, you're right about that. Grab a little bit of that, put it together with this, come up with a good plan on whatever it is. It doesn't really have to be investing. You know, people need to converse more. And I think that cancel culture has really hurt that, because people are afraid nowadays to share their opinion. So I applaud the man for sharing what he shared on YouTube completely. Exactly. What's wrong, Sean? Too many hurt feelings. Yeah, exactly, the beast. What's wrong? I'm gonna give Sean a chance there to type out what he says is wrong before we move on to the scans and then to the spy. We'll go ahead and plan out those levels and talk again about what the Fed might do today. I absolutely agree, Paul. Absolutely agree. I guess. Oh, nothing. Okay. So yeah, guys. I think that if there were more dialogue, out there, people would get ahead a lot more, versus not conversing, man. Versus not conversing. Ah, I gotcha. I just wanted to know so we can dialogue. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the scans here. I hope you enjoyed that video yesterday. Maybe I'll make some more like that in the future. We'll see. Real quick, MC says, if you look at psychology, it is healthy to work through hurt feelings, as it helps us. Canceling or not caring what other people say never works. Exactly. All right. So let's take a look at these scans here. We got NINE here. No volume on that. TRQ. My God, there's no volume on anything this morning, huh? It looks that way. Hold on. Let me fix these charts really quickly here. Let me refresh these charts, guys, really quickly. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, the SPY had some crazy misprint down in the 330s, I think it was, or the 360s. And it really messed up the charts big time in the moment. It cost me an entry. And then today, the charts are acting up kind of weird as well. I started noticing that yesterday. TC2000 fixed that issue really quickly yesterday, but it was a little too late. The move had already happened. All right, there we go. So we refreshed it. Yesterday, the SPY had an insane after-hour session. Tesla crazy strong today. It's still on your charts, the beast? No way. That sucks. Joe, absolutely. Absolutely, my man. Oh, BBIG. BBIG. Yeah, you know what? We were actually talking about this one earlier. We have a huge head and shoulders pattern here. Had a huge head and shoulders pattern here on BBIG. And it's been struggling getting up over this $4 zone. Lucid. Same as yesterday. No changes here. It's just sitting here at its 100-day moving average. If it doesn't get off that level quick, it might pierce it and drop. So you got to be careful with that. It's still in that little channel there. Let's clean up this chart a little bit here. Hive. H-I-V-E. I feel like we've been over this one. You got this previous support zone here in that $1.90 zone. And right now we've broken up above it. You want to see it hold that level. You do have a small gap entry right here. Very small. Around that $2 zone. That might give it some trouble. If you guys have any tickers you want me to take a look at, go ahead and throw them up in chat there. I'll be happy to look at them for you. Let me let everyone know again real quickly that we're live out here. And throw up some tickers there. We'll go ahead and go over them together. JSK, let's take a peek. There's no such thing apparently. I guess you meant JSD because that's what pops up when I write JSK. Unless that was just kidding. AMC could drop to 0, to be honest. Remember, stocks, there's no guarantee. AMC could drop to 0. AMC could go bankrupt. It wouldn't be the first time they're at a danger of that. AMC first has 12 on deck. After 12, you probably see it in the 10 and 8s. JKS. Wally 385, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on here, man. Here, if you want to swing on by, here's the free Discord link as well. JKS. MC, which one can pull Hertz? AMC? I absolutely agree. And I did not mean for that to rhyme either. You have a clear $37 zone support here on this JKS. You can see it's bounced off of this area pretty consistently. You might have some 43 and definitely some $47 zone resistance. Oh, you just joined recently? Cool. Welcome to the team over there. Yeah, MC, agreed. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in the least bit. All right, so let's jump into the SPY, guys. Let's do the SPY real quick here. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. Well, not really. I'm going to leave these lines pretty much where they're at, except possibly this one. Okay. So the SPY. Earlier in the stream, when the stream started this morning, stream starts at 8, we went over a lesson, right? And after the lesson, we talked about the SPY, we talked about the Fed, we went over some news. So today, if the Fed comes out and they're more dovish than anything else, you know, they're like, Jerome comes out like, hey, yo, guys, why are you freaking out, right? If he busts out with one of those, then maybe he says things along the lines like, who told you we were going to raise rates 4 or 5 times? We are sticking to the 3 rate hikes we talked about. There are no plans right now for anything further out than that. We'll be watching the markets, you know, we'll be watching inflation. If he says that and he says something like, okay, so the balance sheet runoff, we're not worried about that. That's going to be data dependent. We'll wait until, you know, latter half of the year, maybe even next year, right? If he says something along those lines, I think market goes up. I think market goes up and we start trading, at least for a little while, up here in this area. We'll break over that 200-day moving average and we'll get up in there. Will that be sustainable, or will we come back down in a couple of weeks? I don't know, probably. But who cares? We're talking about trading today into tomorrow. If he comes out and says things along those lines, try to calm the market down, we see that move. I would consider that, okay, an irresponsible thing for him and the Fed to do. I think the Fed, even though it's going to be nasty for the market, should come out aggressive against inflation and control that beast before it gets even worse. I'm not going to say before it gets out of hand, because in my opinion, it's out of hand already. Before it gets any worse. If he comes out more hawkish, says, yeah, I think we're going to raise rates probably like 4 times, maybe 5 this year. And we're going to finish the year off, you know, 1.2% interest rate. You know, at that point, if he says that, and he says, we're going to start working on you know, selling our assets and doing this runoff, we're going to start doing that, you know, probably in the summer, before the summer, or right after the summer, something along those lines. If he comes out more aggressive, you know, basically, we're done with tapering now in February, interest rate hike in March, balance sheet runoff in April or May. If he comes out like that, market gets back down here to this low, which is what? These October lows that we tested, right? We'll get back to those, at least at a minimum, if not these. Okay? That's what I think. And then I'm going to play it on both sides of the equation. If he comes out dovish, I'm getting calls. We're going to run those into the close. Take profit, hold on to some for an overnight swing. If he comes out hawkish, very aggressive monetary policy wise, then puts, run those into the close, take profit at the predetermined zones, and hold on to some for the overnight swing. That's my plan for the SPY today. I probably won't even trade this morning other than go over charts with the team in the Discord live on the mic like I do every day, and just conserve my energy and my mental capital and the capital in my account for this afternoon. And that's what I'll be looking for this afternoon for trading. I think, as far as I'm concerned, the market opens at 2:30 today, you know? So that's what I'll be looking. That's what I'll be looking for on the SPY. The B says, damn it, power failure at the data center. So no level 2 coming through on DAS Trader. Oh my God, what is happening since yesterday? Yeah, if he's hawkish, even carefully, market's gonna know it. Market's gonna know it. Joe Trader, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. Some dude says I made it. He's on the Discord. What's up? Okay, so SPY. I'm gonna start writing up the watch list, guys. SPYs. Waiting for afternoon Fed meeting to conclude. If they are hawkish, and if they are hawkish, I will look for puts to ride down to yesterday's low and the day before low, which we bounced off. If they are dovish, I will look for calls for a break over the 200-day MA on the SPY. Okay, so we got that written down there for the SPY. Guys, if you're new and you want the watch list sent to your inbox, just sign up here. MC, they don't want people trading, so someone pull the cord. Yeah, man. Funny stuff has been happening with charts and stuff since yesterday. Baldy, yes, I do. I have full courses out. As a matter of fact, the shorting course should be out already. If it's not out this week, I mean, yesterday, it should be out this week because we completed it. My site administrator is putting the final touches on the editing side of things. But here you go. Courses and chat access and one-on-one mentorship. You only have 2 subscription models to pick from, and they're there. You can check them out there on that link. Oh, Paul, you're some dude on... That's awesome, man. Umberto, what's up, man? Guys, Umberto is a swing trade moderator over at the Discord at the daytraderchatroom.com. Let's kill it, my man. All right. So we got the SPY written down here. Let's go take a peek at Tesla. Guys, remember Tesla has earnings today after the bell. Tesla, earnings after the bell. If the SPY makes a bullish move, we could see Tesla break over 1,000. Watching for a break and hold of the 100-day MA for a test of the $1,000 area. Here is your 100-day moving average right here. Right here. Okay? So that's that 100-day moving average right there in those 960s, 970s. If it can break and hold that level of support, you could maybe make a move back up towards the $1,000 zone. All right. What do you think about SPY puts at open? Sold off for more. I'm not. I think the SPY could be rather quiet at open. You know, maybe 30 minutes of volatility, maybe, and then it just gets quiet, and it's gonna be, typically speaking, these Wednesday Fed days are very lackluster until 2:30. Very choppy-ish. I'm not touching anything in the morning, more than likely. Yesterday, we were right on the money. Yesterday, remember in the live stream, we said, oh, Silver Shrimp, you weren't here yesterday. Yesterday, we said, guys, the first 30 to 45 minutes of the day, we'll probably see some clear moves on the SPY before getting choppy. And sure enough, that's what happened. Couldn't capitalize on it because we had those misprints hit the charts across the board. People saw this all over the place. And it really screwed with the charts and we couldn't see them correctly. You couldn't analyze the chart good. So I had to let it go. Later in the afternoon, we had another move on the SPY to the upside. I did go after a secondary move yesterday on the SPY for puts later in the morning after the charts got fixed from those misprints and were legible. And I ended up small red on the day. Very tiny red. Like a bunt of a red day. It's like $100. I even showed the members so they would know, you know, what happened. Oh, man. And then my broker platform froze my computer. I had to exit it. I had to exit the trade from my laptop on the web browser portion of Charles Schwab. Right then and there, I just washed my hands of the day. Wasn't in the right mental state at that point because I was super mad. But yeah, that plan could work. I'm gonna sit on my hands. I'm gonna sit on my hands because the last thing I want to do is go red in the morning and then have to be like, damn it, now do I want to trade this extreme volatility that is the Fed news? I'd rather just conserve everything for that extreme volatility later this afternoon. Hey guys, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. It really helps out tremendously. There you go, guys. Thank you. Keep hitting that like button. Let's get it up there over the 20s. Paul, you're with Schwab? Yeah, I've been with Schwab now for 2 years. Fits the bill for now. Okay, so we got SPY, we got Tesla. I mean, honestly, it's all should be watched today. Roblox, you can watch. What's the 10-year been like here? Let me see. Treasury yields have jumped to start the year. Anticipation of tighter monetary policy from the Fed. Last week, the benchmark 10-year note yield briefly broke 1.9%. Yields nudged higher across the curve Wednesday morning with a 10-year near at 1.79. So yeah, you can definitely watch Roblox. Roblox, watching for the $70 area to hold resistance for a move back down to the $60 zone. Thank you, Silver Shrimp. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, nice. You guys got it all the way up there to 23. Appreciate that. Oh, Paul with Schwab as well. Oh, guys, I actually have a new video that's going to come out probably Sunday or Tuesday of next week. I'm unsure. It is titled How to Set Up Your Schwab Street Smart Sedge for Options Trading. Oh, wow, man. Good. Crazy, huh? Yeah, I never enter anything at the open. I wait. All right, guys. So, look, we only got like 3 tickers on the watch list right now. I might add another one later, so I'll get that out to you guys in an email. Honestly speaking, I'm going to watch the scanners today, and I'm trading the SPY. That's it. If I don't catch a trade in the SPY, more than likely I won't trade anything. Tesla could tempt me. That's about it. Solely focus on the SPY today. Solely focus on the SPY today, okay? We got like 4 minutes here before 9. At 9, I'm going to hop on over to the Discord, and, you know, I'll be there all day. So if you're interested in being in the Discord with me live, remember, the only time that I'm live on the Discord free to everyone is on Mondays. So, Paulette, welcome to the Discord. So, if you're interested in just being in the Discord, you can join us here 30 days for free right there. Silver Shrimp says, tickers I'm watching today, SPY, 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 and SPY. Same. 100% the same. I mean, there's really nothing else that deserves my attention today, I think. If I miss out on the SPY, then maybe I'll, you know, because it can happen. I could be focused up on it and just completely miss something in the moment, and I miss my entry, and then I can't catch it. Then at that point, I'll revert back to watching something else like Tesla, maybe Roblox, maybe Nvidia, and maybe try to take a move on those. You know? See Nvidia. Nvidia watching for the 231 area to hold support for a move back towards 239. Or watching for 231 resistance for a drop back down towards 221 area. Whatever Jerome wants to do, I'll take calls or puts. Ooh, high risk, but might be high reward. Remember, Silver Shrimp, they have earnings today after the bell. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, guys. So thank you very much for joining the stream today. Remember, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. and we'll redo it all again. Tomorrow's should be just as exciting as today should be, because remember, today should be kind of boring at the first half of the day, and then the last half of the day should be pretty exciting, which should translate into tomorrow. Be it upside or downside, doesn't matter. We're traders, will adjust and trade accordingly. All right, just make sure to stick to plans. Don't hold bags. Bags destroy accounts and destroy mental capital. So don't hold bags. Be disciplined. And if you like I said, there's the link. Come join us in the Discord and come hang out with us. All right. So any questions, you can definitely ask me there, and I'll be happy to answer it. Otherwise, I'll see you all tomorrow, bright and early, 8 a.m. All right, guys. Glad you enjoyed it, Paul. Good luck today. Stay disciplined, my friends.